everyone. Welcome to Brilliant Faces with Dr. Saadia Asghar. I'm Dr. Saadia, and today's very exciting and extremely brilliant guest is Pakistan's very own Mr. Dinshaw B. Avari, who is the CEO of Avari Hotels, Pakistan. And he's joining us from Karachi. Hello, Dinshaw. How are you?
Good morning. Very well. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you so much for joining me. So let's talk a little bit about you and your family and your background. The Avari family has made such a huge contribution to Pakistan. So tell us a little bit about when the Avaris actually came to Pakistan and how it all began.
Okay, so let me quickly, as my brother and I always say, my brother's name is Xerxes. He was named after the Persian king Xerxes. As Xerxes and I always say, we are who we are because of our grandparents and our parents.
Right.
Today, you're talking to me because of that legacy. My grandfather was an orphan. He was a self-made man. He grew up in Bombay, in Navsari in India, and he did his education in Bombay. Then in the early 1930s, he came to Karachi by steamboat. I'm giving you a very quick précis.
Right.
He came to Karachi by steamboat and joined as a insurance agent in Sun Life Insurance Company of Canada, based in Karachi.
Okay.
And he grew and he grew. He did very well for himself. Eventually, he became chief agent, or I think he became in charge of what is today the provinces of Sindh, Balochistan, NWFP at that time.
Right.
And so what happened is that at some point in the mid-30s, late 30s, his Canadian boss called him and said, "Look, Avari, there's no more growth in this organization. The next position is mine, and I'm not getting up from this seat." So it was a nice, he did it in a friendly way.
Right.
By then, the winds of, from what I was told, again, this is all what my family has taught us. From what I was told, winds of Pakistan-India change had started. We're talking about the late 30s. And there was a couple in Karachi who was running the Bristol Hotel behind Clifton Bridge. Even today, it is there, but it's not a hotel any longer, just a structure. And they knew my grandfather. I called him Papa. They knew Papa. And so he said that, "Dinshaw, why don't you give the hotel business a try?" So he and my grandmother, they said, "Yes, let's try." He was an entrepreneur. He liked taking risks. He had all the traits of an entrepreneur. So he said, "Yes, let's try it. I don't have any more growth in the insurance business." So they moved into the Bristol Hotel along with my father, who was at that time very, very young. He was, I think, just a couple of years old, maybe, or just 1 year old or something.
Okay.
They moved into the Bristol Hotel with my father and his two sisters. And for 6 months, they learned what it is to run a hotel. They liked it. They bought it from the Wisemans for 100,000 rupees at that time. 50,000, they put down their own money, jewelry, this, that, and all. And 50,000 they borrowed from friends, and with 100,000 at that time, they bought the Bristol Hotel. In the first year, he made 100,000 rupee profit. So he said, "This is the business I'm going to be in." And that was the start of. And of course, from there, in the around 44, he in Karachi only. By then they had lived here. They were living here only. The Karachi they saw the beach luxury, this area which is now the beach luxury, and he went to I don't know, at that time it's still British, the Provost Marshal or the Governor General or someone, and said, "I want this area at Queen's Road," and they gave it to him on a long lease. And Sir Ghulam Hussain Hidayatullah, who was the first Premier of Sindh, he met my grandparents. I don't remember where exactly, maybe at this hotel when it had opened or not. And he told my grandmother that, "Mrs. Avari, your husband is a madman. He is going where even the dogs don't go, and even the murderers don't go to drop their victims." So my grandmother came and cried, and "Look, everyone is making fun of you. The Premier of Sindh is making fun of you." My grandfather said, "No, this is Barkat. It will do very well." it is the goose that laid the golden egg. And after this, we for 6-8 months, he bought a hotel in Natya Gali, Pines Hotel. It's still there, I think, but I don't know who the owner is. And in 78, we opened the Avari Lahore. In 82, 85, April 85, we opened the Avari Towers. And from there, in 1994, we opened the Avari Dubai Hotel. 1998, we opened the Ramada Hotel, Toronto Airport, and we kept expanding. So today, touch wood, by the grace of God, through their efforts, we got 11 hotels in 9 cities in Pakistan. In COVID, we had to give up the Dubai hotel, the 2 Dubai hotels, and we had got out of the Canada hotel in 2006. So we are completely in Pakistan. It's a Pakistan company. We're proudly Pakistani, and it's a Pakistani family business.
Right.
So this is our short history. And my brother and I, we are now my son Byram and my nephew Dinshaw, also his name is Dinshaw. They've also joined us. Dinshaw is right now doing his MBA, and Byram next year will be going for his MBA. But they've been working 3-4 years before, and he just started. And they're 4th generation Avaris in Pakistan, and we're very proud about that. And my nephews and my nieces and my daughter and my son, everyone has come back. My daughter is right now actually practicing master in social work counseling in Toronto, but eventually she's going to come back here also. And the thing is that they came back on their own. They wanted to come back. We never told them you come back. And they've come back happily. And we're very proud and happy because not many 4th generations last out. Forget business. They don't last out in Pakistan anyway. They so many friends migrated. And touch wood, the hotel, our business, hotel family business, they've come in, they work well together. My brother and I work well together. When my father was alive, he was the decision maker, but we had a open, we could make any decision we wanted. So touch wood, we had a very good grounding, we had a very good education, we had a very good upbringing, very comfortable, a good learning experience. And after my father died in January 2023, seamlessly we have moved, we have continued the business, and we cannot let the legacy down. And I genuinely say this, and I mean this as much as I can tell any youngsters and anyone else that, you know, what you are because of your ancestors.
So true.
And it will be a crime and a sin if you don't, at least at the very minimum, maintain what they gave you. In our case, we want to not only surpass it, but definitely my brother and I want to maintain it. So in 2023, July or June, we opened, after my father died, we opened the Avari Express Gilgit. Then last year, 2024, we opened the Avari Express Skardu. And in January of 2025, this year, we opened the Avari Express in Gujranwala. Touch wood, we will not be able to compete with my grandfather's legacy, and definitely my father, because he was the one who actually, my father who actually thought of the Avari Express concept as a good, clean, large rooms, 4-star concept in just today's secondary cities. And that is what's driving growth in Pakistan, meaning the secondary cities. So we won't be able to reach those points, but we want to make sure we keep the name flying.
Which is wonderful because you're continuing the legacy, right? And you're right,
That's
mostly,
right.
well, you know, kids just want to leave. Everybody's
That's right.
running away from
We want to leave.
Pakistan. And you know what? I was recently watching something where they said the Parsi community is also kind of, you know, among everybody who's leaving, right? But you don't intend to leave and you're here for good. Good.
That's
You know, Pakistan needs people like you and your
Thank you.
family, right?
Thank you.
You've contributed so much. And if there were
Thank
no Avaris in Pakistan, imagine, you know.
I don't know what 50, 60 years down the line will bring, but I know in 60 years, I think today's 700 Parsis also will be zero. It will be just the Bandara family, maybe in Pindi, and our family here.
That
I
would
have
be
a feeling.
awful. But are
But
there
I think
only
that's the
like
way.
only
Yeah, there
700?
are only 750 in Pakistan. Majority are here in Karachi. You say aging population, the minorities, the youngsters, only because of economic reasons, not any persecution. Touch wood, we are well looked after, we are protected here. There is no question of that. But for economic reasons, the youngsters have moved out and are moving out because they find more economic freedom, economic opportunities in the West. We're all English speakers, we adapt easily, and it is easier finding a job or being an entrepreneur with a startup in the West. Those opportunities are there. So there's not much we can do about it. But so that's not only in Pakistan, let me tell you, in India also. India's population, at least India's population of 80, 90,000 at one time, out of which 70,000 I'm told, was in Bombay, is down to 40,000 in Bombay. For the simple reason, same reasons, migration due to economic reasons. The grass is green on the other side.
Right.
So and it's not just, it's other youngsters also, I feel, my opinion is that they are also migrating because of economic reasons. Because they find the opportunities are easier and you can try to do something with your vision abroad.
But see, like with local businesses, like with Avari, for example, I think you're creating so many jobs for the local population, and that's a great thing. And we need more of that. More Pakistanis who have businesses here and, and run them successfully.
You see, what you're saying is absolutely right. And what I always say, we promote, we say, oh, let's have foreign investors. We should have more foreign tourists. But before foreign investment, foreign tourists, promote local business, promote local tourism. If your locals do business and your locals travel, then foreigners will come.
Exactly.
What we must promote internally. So, this is something that a policy which somehow they don't, the powers be don't get. Because if you do not attract your own people to set up industry, service industries, manufacturing, then why should you expect a foreigner to come or MNC to come? Give the incentives. Government doesn't have to do anything. A hotel, for example, any of our hotels, Avari, Serena, Ashwani, any hotel, it's a mini city. For example, our group has got about 2,500 people. It's a little bit, maybe a little less. Behind that 2,500 people, you got 5 or 6 people per household. So you're talking about 15,000 people who are dependent on just the Avari group alone, not counting the Hashwanis and the Serenas. And behind that, you got the suppliers, you got the vendors, you got the daily wagers, you got a whole downstream system that runs that gives employment. So give the opportunity. The government should be giving opportunities, incentives. We're not saying make tax-free, but give the infrastructure. We don't have electricity, we don't have gas, we don't get water, different areas of the country. But GB, such a beautiful province, such a beautiful area, and they're plagued with power problems, and they've had it for the last so many years. These are the places where the government needs to concentrate, put money down and develop it, and then let the Pakistani will develop. Just give the infrastructure to Pakistanis, they will develop. I really tell you. If you give the main infrastructure to the Pakistani, they will look after the rest. The government doesn't have to do anything more, but somehow we don't have that, see that.
Yeah, there's so many people like you have great ideas, and yet, nothing really gets done, right?
Make your Pakistani businessman look after him or her. You've got so many Pakistani entrepreneurs. A very close friend of mine, she has started a Sanat Tausif. She started a local fragrance line. So, because your foreign perfumes and also expensive, so she's done it internally. This is just one example. My other friend Adam Halai started the espresso coffee chain. These are the local entrepreneurs. These are small businesses, family businesses.
Right.
Give them the incentives. Give the IT startup people the incentives. When you look after Pakistanis, then foreigners will come. This is what I personally believe.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think everybody knows that, that's the way to go. And, let's hope that happens, right? Yeah. Okay. So coming back to your family, tell us a little more about you growing up and what schools did you attend? What's your educational background? And
there's my brother Socrates, that I have my sister Zina, and I. We are three siblings. We first went grammar school in Karachi.
Okay.
Then at different times we moved to American school in Karachi. Then we finished there. Xerxes and I did our BBA honors and masters from the University of Karachi, from Institute of Business Administration, IBA. Okay. And then immediately started work with my father, with our father. I started on 1st of January 1990, and he started on the 1st or 2nd of January 1991. And we've been in this family business ever since.
Yeah. And how about your sister?
She did her bachelor's in, education, meaning being a teacher, and then she started her own Montessori, which now she's given up, and then she used to do a little baking on the side, and this does different things, and so our growing up, our family experience and our interaction with our grandparents, our parents was very instrumental in how we shaped our work thinking. For example, we genuinely believe as a family, we must look after the staff or the people, the employees, associates, whatever you may call them, who work with us. We believe everyone works with us, we work with them. This business of being a Seth in India and Pakistan, I think this is a long gone thing, which still survives, unfortunately. But the point is that we work together. We are comfortable, we have a good life, we work hard because of other people. And other people, we rely on other people, and other people rely on us. In COVID, that's where this quid pro quo comes in. People have been with us for years, over 50 years in some cases. And in COVID, we didn't let any one person go. We said that Pakistan doesn't have a safety net. We took about 750 or 800 million rupees worth of loans just for 6-8 months to cover their salaries and medical. Nothing more. Hotels were closed. They sat at home. But at least they got their salary, because the government has not got any way to look after them. We had to look after them, not from any other point of view, from humanitarian point of view. We had to do it. So these ideas are, it just happened automatically. We said, okay, this has happened. We got to take care of it. When we had the 1998 nuclear tests and business downturn took place for 4 months, we looked after. No one was laid off. When some other crisis took place in 2008, around then, we looked after. So it is our responsibility as not only a family, but as a Pakistani people to look after the people who work with us, because there is no place for them to go. The government doesn't give them unemployment insurance. The government doesn't give them health. It doesn't do anything for them. So growing up, that was a key factor in how we did our work, how we approach work. We're very forgiving. Honestly, we're very forgiving to our staff. The point is that we all humans, we make mistakes. I keep making mistakes. To ask my wife, she'll hit me on the head every day. She does with this mistake and not. But we are all humans. So we will make mistakes, and that's how we sit. We learn, you forgive, and keep going on. So that was an integral part of our education, practical education, growing up, and that came because of my grandfather's background, because he was poor. So he knew what it is like to be poor. So we are not spendthrift, but we're not conjuice, but we're not spendthrift. We won't go and buy Rolls Royce and Mercedes and Rolex watches and all. We like to spend money very privately on ourselves, on sailing, boating, and we love eating. So we'll go to good restaurants, but we will conserve the money, because we know how hard it was what my grandparents and my parents, my father had to go through to bring us to this level, this stage. So this is
I'll tell you one thing. I was actually watching something of yours. And so you said, and I think you were being funny, or maybe you were telling them a little bit about the Parsi community. And so you said,
I know where you're going.
Conjuice, right? You were also saying that you took care of all of your employees during COVID. Right. Not one of them were let go. And I was like, my God, he is so generous. And so
not he, this is my family. I must tell you honestly, this is our family. Huh? I can't take credit for something which it was our whole family was behind.
Okay, all right. So all of you are so generous, right? So you're not really at all in the conjuice category, right? But as you said, you're not spendthrift.
Parsis, I said, yes, they're conjuice. We are. But the point is, we're not spendthrift. And the thing is that we like I have watches, we like old watches, we like cars. Everyone knows how Parsis love to maintain and look after cars. We like old houses. And the point is, we're just not spendthrift as a community. And even the richest of richest Parsis, whether even in, actually, I think it's a community trait, because even in India, the richest of richest Parsis are very, very down to earth, like Tata family. They go, the Ratan Tata before he died, Godrej family, the Vadias, they're not flamboyant, they don't show their wealth. I think it's just a trait. So I guess that's why I was saying that we are conjuice.
I don't agree. I think you're very generous. Honestly.
No, thank you. We'll have a couple of pairs of shoes. We'll eat 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day. We don't go overboard. I don't think any Parsi's got a Rolls Royce. So I'm just giving an idea that we stay low key.
Right. Yeah. How is it living in Pakistan? Being
that's what Zora. No, no problem. We've never faced any problems. Those older generation people who know Parsis have a lot of respect for us. And the youngsters don't even know who Parsis are. Parsis in general, as a community worldwide, assimilate very easily. We join the majority community. For example, so many Parsis in Pakistan will not eat pork. In India, Zoroastrians will not eat beef, because they assimilate. We assimilate to the culture.
Right.
So the thing is that we don't touch wood. We've never faced any religious problems. We are protected, and whenever we need help, the assistance, the administration, the police, the civil, armed forces, everyone is available immediately. We've never faced a problem that way. As I said earlier, it's only an economic decision. Grass is greener on the other side. People who may have been living in community housing, majority do that over here in Karachi, have got their own independent houses there. They got their cars. They may have 2 cars. Life has given them more opportunity there. So that's the only reason why they would migrate.
Right.
Otherwise, generally we have as a community, I think we have a comfortable life. We face the same problems as everyone else. Gas, water, electricity. So we are not different from anyone else. We're part of the same system, which you've just now seen twice in this discussion. Electricity has come and gone. So anyway, so that's the thing that we have touched with. We've got no problem.
That's great. The population has severely decreased, the Parsi population.
Fortunately, it's a dying community with more number of old people, and all the youngsters are migrating. And so the maths and it's not very positive.
Right. So then your brother and your sister, all of you live in Pakistan, in Karachi, right?
We live in Pakistan with our families and all. We live in a joint family.
Okay.
My brother and I with our mother and our 3 dogs. And our house has been there since 1948. And my sister comes over. So it's a large family. Great.
And so how many children do you have?
I've got a girl and a boy,
okay.
Fariza and Byram. My brother Xerxes has got a boy and 2 girls. And my sister has got a boy, girl, and boy. Okay, so 2 boys and a girl.
Oh. And
So
is Dinshaw like a popular name
it is
amongst
actually,
Parsis,
it's quite a
right?
popular
Yeah.
name in the
Hmm.
community also.
Hmm.
And of course, we are the brunt of jokes in the community, our family, because they say you're the most unimaginative family. Because my grandfather was Dinshaw, my father was Byram.
Right.
I am Dinshaw, my son is Byram. My nephew is Dinshaw,
Hmm.
and chances are that the next few generations are going to go business Byram Dinshaw only.
And what does it mean?
No, Dinshaw, I don't know what it means. Byram was one of our, Byram is one of, I believe, one of our religious, there's some religious significance. Angels, or like one day also is one day, Parsi day is also named
Hmm.
Byram Roach, the day of Byram. So
Mm-hmm.
there is a religious significance to that name.
Okay.
A good, I mean, it's name.
Hmm.
And that also is a very common name, Byram, in the Parsis of India, Pakistan. Byram is common, Dinshaw is common,
Hmm.
Jamshed is common.
Hmm.
So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I think people in Karachi are pretty open, right?
very
People
open. No,
meet
we've
each
got,
other and yeah.
that's right. We've got our own
Hmm.
Parsi friends, and we got
Hmm.
our non-Parsi friends,
Hmm.
and got our non-Parsi associates,
Hmm.
business and otherwise.
Hmm.
And touchwood, Karachi is such a cosmopolitan city.
Right.
Everyone is comfortable, at least as far as I am aware, everyone
Hmm.
is comfortable with
Hmm.
each other. Karachi's greatest strength is its diversity, its
Hmm.
cosmopolitan nature.
Hmm.
Everyone, it's like New York, it's like London, it's like Paris,
Right.
Bombay.
Hmm.
It's everyone comes to Karachi.
Hmm.
And that is its greatest strength, because you, over the generations and over the years, and I'm not, Karachi is not simply 70 years old. Karachi goes back century, decades,
Right.
centuries. Uh, it has become it's, people don't know how to talk to each other. We are not cliquish. I don't believe the people of Karachi are cliquish at all. You will have Parsi, Muslim, Sikh, Hindu, Baha'i, Christian, you name it, different types of friends, even atheists. You will have everyone in the same social circle. You may be drinking together, and if you're not drinking together, you will have people who are not drinking and you are drinking. For example, everyone is tolerant. People are tolerant. There is no patience in Karachi. Generally, I would say there's no, as I say in Urdu, koi sabr nahi hai. But Karachi is a very, very cosmopolitan city. That's its greatest advantage and its greatest weakness. And its greatest weakness because no one takes ownership of the city, which is unfortunate. You go to any Punjab, any city in Punjab, it is clean, generally it's orderly. People take pride in Punjabis, they take pride in Lahore, they want to keep it clean, they take ownership. So this is our downfall where Karachi is concerned, because with so many communities, so many ethnic, religious communities, somehow we've just not been able to take control of the city in our hearts. We use the city, we'll make money from the city, but we do not look after the city.
Right.
And that's the unfortunate part.
So
Otherwise, it's a great city.
Is there a solution, do you think, to this?
Yeah, solution, it comes down, at the end of the day, it comes down to education. That's all. You must educate the youngsters, because it has to start from there. The educational institutions should teach you ethics, should teach you common sense, should teach you. Why does Singapore, why does China, why does Indonesia, why do these countries work? Because they grew up, Japan, they grew up with a feeling of ownership. Their city and their country comes first. And then with social media and with different pressures, external internet pressures and all, children, the younger generation is making the older generation change their habits. We are now, we are very much influenced by our children and nephews and nieces. It wasn't the case when I was growing up. And the thing is that we can influence the elders. No, ye galat hai. This is not the way to do it. This is how you should do it. You should be patient. This is how you cross the street. I'm just giving you a little example.
Right.
So it comes down to education.
Hmm.
And one, education is at the house, but more than anything, this has to start at the kindergarten, nursery level,
Absolutely.
school level,
Right.
because only it's in the first 6 years, your whole life is 6-8 years, your life is set.
Right. I think that Parsis are mostly, everybody that I know, they're all educated. Am I right?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
100%, 100%
So,
literacy,
hmm.
and that is the problem with us, because we love to argue with each other. So because we all are literate, there'll be 800 different opinions on one question only. So we love to fight it out verbally. So we also on our dinner table have arguments and all. But that's what a progressive community. That's what a progressive country, progressive community allows.
Exactly.
And that comes down to education.
Right.
And that's, I genuinely tell you, this is what Pakistan needs. Our education system needs to be overhauled. It was going right in between, then it went down, it's gone up and down, up and down. There's no consistency in educational policy. And I've said it before also, that Pakistan history doesn't start from 1947. Pakistan history goes back 2 millennia. It goes back 1.5 million. That is what we should be learning from there on. Just because we were a part of India doesn't mean our life started on 1947. We have a fantastic history in the civilization. You have all sorts of things behind you. You have the Akbar king, and you've got the different Mughal emperors, good, bad, ugly, whatever it is. But you have that richness.
Yeah.
This is what we should be taught. And unfortunately, when you talk about Parsis, you talk about the Goan Christians, you talk about the old Hindus, they are forgotten. They are the ones who created Karachi. And they are the forgotten people. People don't know NED, Nasarwanji Edilji Dinshaw, NED University started by a Parsi. Kothari Parade was started by the Kothari family. You got the Mama's BBS school, Spencer Eye Hospital, Lady Dufferin Hospital. This is just from the Parsi side. The Hindus have done so much. The Goan Christians have done so much. No one knows the history of Karachi and the history of Pakistan. This is completely whitewashed. This is where this all comes down to education. This is what would make pride, instill pride in the youngsters as they grow up.
Absolutely, and give everybody a sense of identity, which is completely lacking in the country.
Absolutely right. Completely lacking. That's why I'm a Parsi, I'm a Christian, I'm a Hindu, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Sunni, I'm a Shia. I will not say we will not say we are Karachiites. We will not say we are Pakistani first. Then in IBA, when I was doing a survey with a friend of mine, my grandfather taught me, he was alive at that time. When I asked him the question that, do you consider yourself Parsi first or Pakistani first? He said, no, I'm a Pakistani first. He said, I am what I am because of Pakistan, and that is true. We are what we are because of Pakistan. Pakistan gave us the opportunity. Pakistan gave us the motives. It gave us the opportunities. When Pakistan was created in 1947, to my knowledge, there was no migration backwards. Everyone stayed in what is Pakistan today, because they had so much faith in division. So that history is very essential for to give a sense of identity, like you said.
Everybody has the same, architecture internally, right? So all humans are exactly the same, and it's just cultural or religious, and that really doesn't create huge biological differences. Everyone is exactly the same, right? But that's what people need to realize, that as Pakistanis, we're all one and the same, and if we work together.
And it's you prick any Pakistani, the color of the blood will be the same.
Exactly. Yeah. You said it very well.
It's unfortunately this is all part of the growing up educational system, which needs to be overhauled.
Right. And teaching history as close to reality as possible.
And if we've failed in wars, it should be mentioned.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
If we've done something good, it should be mentioned. Why we don't need to hide it from our own citizens. This is what I feel.
Right, absolutely. Okay, so share with us any memory that you feel like sharing about your father.
Oh, there's so much. He completely over in.
The only reason I'm saying one memory because of the time limit, because you're such a busy guy, right, Dinshaw? So that's why I'm saying share
Thank you. No,
one.
no,
You can share more. Yeah,
I'm enjoying talking to you also.
yeah,
It's
same
interesting.
here.
Well, there's so many different things about. I'll tell you one very interesting thing. There's so many different aspects that I've learned from my parents and especially my father. He taught taught us a very interesting story. You know, he was the first gold medalist for Pakistan in sailing in 1978 in the Asian Games.
Really?
And and then in 1982 again he was a gold medalist in sailing in the Asian Games. But this time he was with my mother. She was the first woman to win a gold medal in any sports in Pakistan in Asian Games.
Amazing.
And that to 1982, you're talking about the height of Zia's regime and conservativeness. And there you have this minority woman in shorts and t-shirts sailing. And so what happened? What happened is that he and mummy were in Bombay in the Asian Games. The first race they started, they didn't do well. The second race, there were a series of 8 or 9 races. Second day also they did second or third position, and the whole family had gone, our team had gone, our boat people had gone, and everyone. We were all dejected, and everyone is sad. And my father was saying, "But why are you all so sad? I'm not sad. We got another 7 races to go. Relax. We'll say." He tried to cheer us up, and we should be cheering him up. Anyway, so what happened and then from the third race, he won. They won. Every race they won. They didn't have to sail the last race if they didn't want to, but they sailed it and still won. And he taught us this, that you must persevere. You have to persevere, and life will get tough, and life will pull you down. But if you persevere, you may not be very successful, but you will learn something. So he said that in the first 2 races, I learned something. From the third race, I mean, he said, I beat my competition hands down. And he said, you must not get cocky. He said, don't think, oh, I am winning. That's it. He said, in sailing, the way you are completely you're completely slave to the wind. You drive the boat with it as per the winds, what the wind is doing. And he said that I've in so many races in the Karachi Yacht Club, we were winning, and we came up to the starting line, came to the finishing line to finish first, and I became cocky. And I said, "Oh, we're going to win." And he said, a gust of wind came, and we capsized, and the whole fleet went past us. So he said that it is very important in life not to be arrogant, not to be cocky.
Right.
And what you learn in life, then that will work in business also. So this one example was a very good example where he said that I didn't go with thinking that I'm the winner because I'm representing Pakistan. I went, we're going to give it a try. We'll do our best. And they did their best. And because they did their best, they put a heart into it and they won. But he said that I was rejected, but he said that you must keep at it. You know, you have to persevere in your tasks. And this perseverance is inherent in my family. My grandfather persevered. He had so many business related issues when in the 40s and 50s, growing up over here, building a hotel empire. My father had so many issues, and when we joined in 90s, we've gone through this and that. It's all part of the growing up process. You can easily say, okay, I'm putting my hands up and I'm moving to Sweden and I'm going to sit on an island, but that's not life. Life is enjoying your life, making money, and then making sure you look after the people who work with you with that money also. So you share the wealth. Life can be hard, but the life is hard anywhere in the world.
That's very true. Yeah.
You know, it's I've got you got these youngsters who migrated to Canada for example, in America and Australia, life is very tough for them. To them, grass is still greener because they have the freedom and that economic opportunity. But they are working 7 days a week. I am working 5 days a week. They are still working 7 days a week. Life is tough, but that doesn't mean you put up your hands and you give up.
Right. So are your kids going to join you, or have they already joined you?
My son has joined us. He's returning tonight, and he went on a vacation. As I said, he was working for the last 4 years with us. My nephew was working 3.5 years. Then last year he went for his MBA. He'll finish next year. He most probably will do 2 more years work experience in America and then come back again. My son is going to do his MBA whether here or abroad, and then he'll come back and join us. So they are already with us. They are already working with us, and we sat together, four tables in front of each other.
Okay, so that's great. And how about your daughter?
My daughter is doing she's doing counseling of young children and women in Toronto. She did a master in social work from Columbia, and she's gaining experience in Canada. And eventually she is coming back also because she also wants to work here with the families of Lahore and other backward areas. So there's so many mental health problems Pakistanis are facing, especially women and children, and that's who she wants to concentrate with. Women and children. And my niece, she does her social service also. My other niece is oh yeah, I'll tell you about my other niece. It'll be a nice learning experience for youngsters if you have time.
Sure, absolutely.
So my young other niece, she wants to do microfinance to help small businesses, small family business. My niece, who I'm talking about, Nadine, she's 26 years old now. She started sailing when she was 25. Before that, she was just fooling around with the boats and all. And she told my brother Xerxes that I am going to go to the Asian Games. So my brother, incidentally, has also represented Pakistan in 3 Asian Games, competitive sailor. So she is like her father. So she last year started sailing properly, and she went to the Asian Games. First one was in China. She didn't do well, but that was her first experience. Then she's been to Doha. She's won there and done well there. She's won the Pakistan Nationals in Karachi in the last 2 years. She went to do further sailing training abroad, and she's practicing for the next Asian Games. Which is next year. So she's the one who's doing this microfinance also. And I think first of all, sailing is not a cheap sport. Everyone cannot do it. But her perseverance and her tenacity and her drive, she's also facing a lot of issues in this sport, because politics comes everywhere. Unfortunately, politics is part of every sport, business, and life.
True. Yeah.
So she also has faced, and this is part of the life growing up. She's also learned how things are not all as rosy as people don't just win the Asian Games, or like my father. There's a lot behind it, and so we are very proud of her. And just now, when she went for her training to Poland and Germany, then her sister Perin went along with her and was a great support. So they, with the boat and with this and that and all. So I thought it just gives you the idea of how entrepreneurial, how sporting Pakistani youngsters are. I just thought I'd like to share that.
Yeah. And were you like that when you were growing up? No. Yeah.
Xerxes and Zina, my sister, they were both competitive. Zina was excellent swimmer. Xerxes was excellent swimmer. Xerxes is excellent sailor. I'll go sailing on a Sunday, club racing only when I want to. If I'm feeling lazy. At one time for 3 years, I was driving a motorbike in COVID. So I'd go off on my motorbike, and much to the consternation of my whole family. And but so I don't have that competitive spirit, and I'm quite happy with it. I'm quite okay. When I want to sail, I'll sail. When I want to read, I'll read. When I want to be a homebody, I'll be a homebody. And so that's, you got to enjoy. If if life gives it to you, you have to enjoy life on your own terms. I genuinely believe that. You have to enjoy it on your own terms. You have to do what you want to do. And you should not, which is unfortunately part of the social setup in Karachi. It's not a rule, but it seems to be the case where your actions are defined by what you believe your peers want you to do. And I disagree with that. I go to sleep at 10 o'clock. My wife and I go to sleep at 10:15. We wake up at 6:30. Because that's how we are. We are morning people. We are not night birds. We will not stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning as others do.
Right.
And there's all our friends do that and they enjoy themselves and all. But I don't like staying up late. And why should I do it then? Because I'll just clamp down and I'll be moody. So you do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
So I like what I want to do. So I like seeing a movie with Dinas. We'll have a glass of wine maybe. And we'll sometimes we'll just stay at home. So you do what you want.
And the 5 days that you work, then that's just completely dedicated to work. Yeah. So what's your day like?
After our father died, then Xerxes and I had breakfast with my mum. Xerxes anyway used to have breakfast with mummy from the very beginning. Okay. And I used to come away to work here, but I now have breakfast with her also. So it's nice. We spend a little time together. And then I'm here. Xerxes comes in a little later. In social life also, Dinas and I, we'll be on time at any party. And Xerxes and Dilnaz, my sister-in-law, where we'll come away and they'll stay on, even if it's their own party. So different people have different sleep requirements.
Absolutely. Yeah. Different biological.
I need my 7.5, 8 hours of sleep. I love sleeping. So
Good. So you're preserving your brain, especially living in Karachi. That's not a very healthy environment. You know that, right?
No, environment-wise, it's not healthy.
Acha. So let me ask you a little bit, if you have time, about the industry that you're in. So what are the greatest challenges that are faced by the industry and what are the challenges that you face?
You see, the hotel industry, as I said earlier, it has directly 15,000 people. For example, our group has 15,000 people who are being supported by us. Right. So you're talking about a mini city with all the associated trades with it. And it should be treated, the hotel industry as an industry should be treated as an industry. We don't get industrial electric rates. We don't get industrial gas rates. Water, which is a needed component. I agree, water is needed everywhere, but water is required in a hotel. Everything runs on water there.
Absolutely.
The basic infrastructure should be made available to the hotel industry, and which is not. So we still have to work within that parameter. So everyone's got a generator, the electricity comes and goes, you run the generator and that's part of the cost and part of doing business in Pakistan. But what's more important is that there's no consistency of policy. So when you are employing 15,000 people and the Hashwanis are employing more, you look at the hospitals, Aga Khan is employing even more. The government should be there to help you with your business because you are looking after the people and taking that burden off the government. In all respects, you're looking after the people. So we're not saying give them tax breaks and all, but have consistency in policies, have policies that will help more people put up hotels, have policies that will help people put up industry. All this goes towards employment generation, and that leads to better families, education, and the whole cycle that goes on. So our problem is there's no consistency in policy, and whether tourism or the hotel business is not taken seriously by the government officials, serious enough to warrant that, yes, it's a good industry. It brings in foreign exchange, it brings in foreign currency, it gives employment, but we are not giving any, they're not giving any support as such to the industry. I'm talking about generally in the industry as a whole.
Right. So
we have to work within those constraints, I agree, but it can be made easier. The government can make things easier. There's us, there's the hospital, there's this IT. Even more bigger than us is the IT line. There are so many IT entrepreneurs and startups in Pakistan. We are extremely clever nation, extremely clever nation. They should be given opportunities, because this IT is invisible exports. The money all the work is for abroad, and you get your foreign exchange coming in.
Right.
And it's free money for the government. But when a sector does well in Pakistan, then the government says, okay, it's doing too well, start taxing it. And this is where the problem takes place. If you are doing well, help them to do well, ensure that they also distribute that wealth down the line, but help them to keep continuing to do well. If you do well and then you say, okay, now I'm going to hit you on the head, who's going to come into industry and business? Why should I participate? Why should I put up a business, whether it's a one-man business or a 1,000-person business, if I know that the moment I become profitable, I'm going to be hit with all sorts of taxes.
Right.
Today also the hotel industry, is hit with the Dhobi Ghat tax. So that's the old Dhobi Ghat, where the laundry used to be done publicly on the river. We still pay a Dhobi Ghat tax for. We all got our own laundry machines, but we continue.
No, and like this is a serious tax that you guys are paying?
Big tax, but point is direct and indirect taxes which no one is concerned about. When you start adding the radio tax and this tax and that tax, now no one's got radios, they've got smartphones. There's no radios in the rooms anymore. But of course those taxes continue. So
taxes that you shouldn't have, your industry is paying those.
The taxes we shouldn't have, they're being charged. And I'm sure that the same happens to other industries also. But it's funny, when you get charged a Dhobi Ghat tax and you get charged some sort of other tax and this. But what is upsetting is when you get charged for a tax for a utility for which you do not get that utility. Whether it's a water tax, you don't get water. If it's a gas tax, they're not giving gas. So why are you taxing the person, the common man? This is the problem that is prevalent in Pakistan.
Okay, so now let me ask you, when you say the Dhobi Ghat tax, is it actually a tax, or is that just a term you're using for all extra taxes?
No, it's a tax for the Dhobi Ghat.
Oh my God, I was going to confirm that.
Yeah, it's coming from the 40s, and
that is shameful. Honestly,
the radio tax, and I don't know, there's about 25 different taxes. All maybe it's 200 rupees. Maybe it's only 200 rupees.
But it shouldn't be, right?
It shouldn't be.
Yeah. No. Okay, so is it profitable? Is the business profitable?
Yeah, touch wood. Hotel business has had cycles. We've had very bad cycles, especially in Karachi. And COVID, of course, worldwide and here, tourism industry, hotels. But touch wood, the hotels are doing well just now, all the hotels, industry-wise. And when it's doing well, times are tough, costs are high, but at least the business is coming. So we're thankful for that. When business wasn't coming, we were crying. Now when business comes, we are thankful. So we are satisfied. I think we can say we are contented. We can always do better, but we are happy with what business we are getting. And recently Karachi, especially in the last 2 years, because of Karachi's government policies of Karachi and Sindh government, they brought in a lot of initiatives. You had the Bori Sayedna, who came last year. It filled the city like the old days of Karachi. My mother used to say, the city of lights and all. The Boris from all over the world, India and all, were walking around. There's different expos take place. There's this, there's that. That's what a vibrant city life is. And that's what has returned back to Karachi after 40 years, 30 years, That's good. So we are happy. And much more can be done, but then anywhere, in any industry, in any life, much more can be done. But the hotels are doing fine.
Right.
That's good.
So COVID, was that like a really bad period for your
COVID
hotel
was very
as
bad
well?
for hotels and for tourism and for any service industry. And of course, the hospitals did great business. And newcomers in the laboratories and things like that did very good business. But the tourism industry really took a beating.
Mm.
And at that time, I have to give full credit to the government of Pakistan. They did come up with policies to mitigate, try to mitigate closures and mitigate layoffs and all. And that's why we also took 750, 800 million rupees worth of loans from the government to just to look after the staff. They gave it at preferential rates. These are the type of things that the government did, which we have to acknowledge that they did the right things.
Right.
There's a lot of things they didn't do right, but I mean, there's no government that is 100%
Absolutely.
the best. I remember my father telling me that the negative economic fallout of COVID was worse than the economic fallout after the war. I mean, it was much worse. 1972 fallout pales in comparison to what we faced in COVID. Not only us, but all the hotels, the city, the country, and the world. But it was a great learning experience because we learned we can tighten our pockets. In one of our hotels, we had budgeted 70 people overall in the hotel who we need to replace and to add. But for the last 3 years, those 70 have remained as 70 empty slots, and we are running without those 70 people. So you realize, okay, where you may be bloated and you are still working it out. So those 70 people from our manning budget, we are going to get rid of because the hotels are running without them. So why have them? This is an example of what you learn. So that's all part of life.
Right. Did you guys get COVID, or did anybody in your family?
The whole family came through it in one form or another, twice, thrice, then different form. My mother-in-law who lives with us, she and my wife first came down with it very seriously. And then when in my house, for example, four people got it at one time, and then they became okay. And then my brother and his family, they got it at one time. And even recently, last year, I came down with COVID. But now what COVID is like a cold. So, I mean, you know, it's
we're all immune to it. But
we're all immune to it. And you don't even know whether you got COVID anymore.
Did your dad get it?
Yeah, my father got it. And unfortunately, my father got it in 2022, November or so. And that led, because of that, his immune system dropped. He had his own medical problems from before. And I think all of that compounded to bring about eventually his demise.
I'm so sorry.
But I mean, as I say, that's life. We are not meant to live forever. And you know, I tell you, where my father's concerned, the funeral went on for hours because the true respect for someone comes when the man has died, because he doesn't know whether XYZ is a friend or not. But everyone came out to pay their respect. They came for him. You know, and I'm just giving an example that's the respect that he had, and we were really gladdened to see that people acknowledged his charity works and all sorts of things, and that's why they came. And the funeral took a long time, and then the subsequent prayers will take a long time, and you know, so but it was very hard.
Well, you're carrying his legacy forward, you and your brother and even your sister, you know, all the kids, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
so it's tremendous service that, you know, you're doing for Pakistan. And as I said before, I think your service is much more than the average person's and everybody else's.
It's not any more than the others. The Serena people are doing a lot. Aga Khan is doing a lot. Habibs are doing a lot. Tapals. But the point is that the country gave us the opportunity. The country made us who we are. We must give back to the country. And I say that from my heart. I genuinely say that. I genuinely believe that.
So it was lovely talking with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Sorry, I took up so much time. I thought it'll be completed in 1 hour, but I was the one who stretched the whole interview.
I enjoyed this so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Dinshaw.
doctor.
All right.